And welcome to the Dawg Chug. I'm your host, Ed in Columbus, with my co-host, Roger. I should say Hulk first in Cuyahoga Falls. Andy is on assignment tonight on this spooktacular Halloween edition of the Dawg Chug, but we got you covered. It is a victorious Dawg Chug as the Cleveland Browns defeated the Baltimore Ravens this past Sunday. We were all in for it. You know what? We have special guests tonight. We have bets that need to be paid up. We got Nick Carnes here tonight. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have some fun. Hulk, I need to hear some words from you first. So what's going on tonight, my guy?
Let me tell you something, Ed. My whole plan went down the drain because of Jameis Winston. I was planning on a Halloween Hulk angry, just exploding, and Jameis Winston ruined my Halloween plans for Dawg Chug. So the whole bit had to be pinned. I couldn't do it because you, Andy, Nick Carnes, your son, and Jameis Winston got a W for us. And I think we got somebody waiting to come on, and I'm not going to be angry. You know what else changed, Ed, is since this is the quarterback change, I'm no longer angry online. So, I may look like, I'm angry still, but I'm not inside. See, I'm, nice and rational and calm. Even on the outside, I may be raging looking.
Well, we have a happy Hulk. We have a happy fan base. We got some happy guests that we're going to bring on right now. Let's just bring them on. We got Nick Carnes and King Edward. Come on. Welcome to the Dawg Chug, fellas. How's it going?
W's. I can't do it. My fingers, I have arthritis. They don't cross.
That's all right, Roger.
Put them together myself.
Roger, I'm glad to see you're not angry anymore. I didn't like angry Roger. I didn't like Hulk Roger. This Hulk Roger I like. This Hulk Roger's cool.
Okay.
Very festive. I like the festivities. I'm not very festive. Carnes, I see, is not festive. Ed's not festive. So cheers to that.
I got a pumpkin beer.
You may not be festive, Eddie, but here's the deal. Now, last week on the Dawg Chug, there was a bet. Now, Andy's not here; he's on assignment tonight. But I believe the bet was if the Cleveland Browns won the football game, you would chug 4 beers.
Whoa.
Now, if the Ravens would have won, Andy would have had to chug 2 beers. But that's not what happened on Sunday. As Nick and my son and Andy found out as we saw in person. So, Eddie, what 4 beers are you gonna pay up now? What are we gonna do here?
I'm gonna stay on until I chug them all. I'm not gonna chug them. I'm not
You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay the whole show.
4 Oktoberfest.
Let's go.
Look at that.
Oktoberfest. So
you're a stud, Eddie.
You talked earlier about you had pumpkin beer. I was like, all right, sick. I was like, I'm gonna go have some. So I went and had some at the bar, got food, came home, and I was gonna go to the store. I was like, all right, here's my guy Drew. I was gonna get a 6-pack of the pumpkin beers. They didn't have them, so they had Oktoberfest. It does the trick. It's fine because we still have a day and 2 hours left of October.
There it is.
Sense,
well,
here we are.
Let's kick off the Dawg Chug right now with a chug. You can, like I said, you have all show to get the 4 down, but let's start it off right now. Let's go, Eddie. Let's go.
Roger, come on, buddy.
I got to use a straw.
Hulk's so tough, he's got to use a straw.
Roger makes me so happy. Eddie, you're a gentleman, a scholar is what you are. When you say
I tried, I almost spit all over my camera, Roger. Thank you.
When you said all 4 beers, Eddie, I was just like, what a man of his word. What an honorable gentleman you are.
Right, and he jumped right in and, hey, I'm a man of my word. I'm coming on and chugging all 4 of them. And I was like, okay, it's a work night, but
hey,
look, he's frozen up.
I can sleep when I die. It's all right.
There it is.
There's only 8 hours of work.
Okay, now I gotta go around the horn right now. We'll start with you, Nick Carnes. The excitement level, Cleveland Browns. Now I know we're 2-6, but hey, we got a game, winnable game, I believe, coming up Sunday against the Chargers. But what are your thoughts? I mean, obviously, with Browns fandom and the community, it was taking its shots. We've had some turmoil, but it seems like after Sunday, and I was with you on Sunday, what a change in direction. The winds of change are coming through Northeast Ohio, especially with the Cleveland Browns. What are your thoughts, Nick? Tell the world how you're feeling and how we should be feeling as Browns fans.
Well, okay. And I understand that for some people this is too soon, but for me it's like deja vu. Yeah, I watched this already, but it was with Joe Flacco, and now tonight before the Dog Chug airs, Jameis Winston wins the Nickelodeon Most Valuable Player. He gets slimed. I'm thinking about Joe Flacco getting slimed, and it's just like my favorite stat is Joe Flacco and Jameis Winston have now combined to lead the league in passing in regular season games for 6 straight weeks. And I just look at it and I'm like, this is the same dude, except he's 10 years younger. And so for me, I'm fully bought in. I'm predicting them to win the next 3 and to declare Jameis the franchise quarterback. That's where I'm at.
Wow.
I know.
Strong words. I love them though. Hey, that's one thing about the Dog Chug. Hey, you got to come. You got to bring it. You're bringing it, Nick Carnes. We appreciate that. Eddie, what are your thoughts about the Cleveland Browns and what they did on Sunday and what's going moving forward?
So I'm very high. I think it was like a healing moment for us all. Most everyone on Twitter was like, "Hey, get this bum out of here. Put either of the 2 other guys in, and let's see what happens." Especially Jameis. Especially, I don't care about money because it's not my money. But you're paying him $4 million. Why would you bench him the week before? And then he ends up coming in and throwing a touchdown on the drive he goes. And then he comes into this game and just picked up as if he just played the whole season. He hadn't been a starter in 2 years. There was no rust. Was there signs of Jameis Winston? Yes, both good and bad. Nearly threw the game away, especially to Kyle Hamilton. Thank you for playing defense. That's why you play defense. Mm-hmm. But then there was the most beautiful ball I've seen since one of Baker's ball or Flacco last year, I suppose. But before that, Baker. This ball is incredible. Cedric Tillman comes out, boom, touchdown, second of the game. I'm all aboard. It's 2-6. You are what you are. You are what your record says you are. Of those games, they were close. They still didn't score 20, and they finally scored 20. But they're only 2 games out of a playoff spot is what's happening. The 7th seed in the AFC has 4 wins, and it's the Colts. And they, now they're going to Flacco. But Cincinnati's ahead by 1 game, and then Miami, you're tied with Miami. So there's 3 teams ahead of you. And then, it's the Chargers that's in last in, which we play this week. So a win against them goes a long way. I'm hyped. I'm very hyped. And it just looked like a pro offense finally. I felt that we were watching like a high school offense the first 6 weeks, and I'm just like, okay. Or 8 weeks or whatever, 7 weeks, and everyone's like, okay. And everyone's
a long time.
Yeah. There's very few that are just like, oh no, Watson's this, the same. No, he sucks. Keep him on the bench forever. Pay him all of his money. I don't care. Just put an NFL quarterback that knows how to fucking call or run plays and check blitzes at the line. When Jameis Winston, he saw a blitz, he's like, hey, no, we're not doing that. Go over here. All right. And it worked. So I'm all for it. I wouldn't say he's the franchise quarterback. I guess it would depend how the next month goes to see if I sway to go towards a quarterback in the draft. I don't really talk a lot of draft, but right now I would not go quarterback. Especially there's some newfound life, I would go elsewhere. But right now I can't complain. Like I have a rejuvenated confidence. And it's weird because I decided to stop writing tonight at the same time. So it's
okay.
Just for now, though. Just for now.
Okay. Well, we love your attitude, Eddie. We love it. But here now, we got to hear from the Hulk right now. Hulk, this is your chance. How are you feeling? What's going on? I mean, is there a rejuvenation with you? I mean, obviously your skin's changing color, so something's physiologically going on. But how is it mentally with you?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, Ed, you think I'd be angry by looking at me, that I'd be angry. But there was a guy on a podcast back when Mayfield took a crap all over Christmas Eve in Green Bay that said, give me Jameis Winston with Kevin Stefanski. Play action quarterback that's going to throw the football. And who was that guy? I'm not going to get angry trying to think about nobody knows it. Yeah. They write me off as some old angry kook, and I'm not. Look at me. Do I look angry?
Sometimes.
No.
Sometimes.
So I had this 3 seasons ago, and I'm on board. I'm there. I'm drinking Dort through a straw, and it's hitting harder. It's hitting harder. So hey,
wow,
I'm in.
Those are incredible words from our incredible Hulk right now. I mean, that's good stuff. But Yeah, it's always good to take a victory lap. Now, Hawk, I'm just curious about your victory laps. Are they a little bit longer because you're obviously a little bit stronger than the rest of us mere mortals? But how's that going? Is it all of Cuyahoga Falls you're doing the victory lap, or are you doing all of Northeast Ohio? He's going to take a second to figure that one out. We'll come back with that one.
Ed, how does it feel to be hosting the Dawg Chug? Here you are. Look at you. This is your moment.
I'll be honest with you, Nick. I love it. I love it. I know Andy. I love Andy. You know, he's on assignment tonight, and he, you know, he does a great job. But I'll be honest with you. When I'm in the driver's seat, it's like when Jameis Winston is starting quarterback. What did he say on Sunday after the game? He feels like he's one of the best. He's an elite quarterback when he's in there, when he's got the preparation. I feel like that tonight. I got an all-star cast because let's be real, I can't do it all by myself. So I said, you know who I need tonight? I need Eddie. I need Carnsey. I got the Hulk with me. We're going to have a killer show tonight. So, yeah, but hey, Nick, hey, don't tell nobody. I love it. Don't tell anybody out there. But, you know, one of the things I do love, and, you know, it's been a staple wherever I travel. And I have traveled to many, many, many places. But I am finally home. This is the Dawg Chug, but this is breaking news. That's right. This is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news. New renderings of a downtown Browns dome have anonymously surfaced, but our own Dawg Chug investigative reporters have uncovered that the drawings were done by renowned architect Sug on these nuts. Deshaun Watson underwent successful surgery on his Achilles, or what most Browns fans would say, unsuccessful surgery on his Achilles. Boo! And finally, Jameis Winston looks to lead the Browns on a playoff run, so Browns players better be hungry. Lots of crab legs and eating dubs. Go Browns! And this is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news. Question for you.
The first.
Sorry.
That took me out. I did not expect you to say that. That might be one of the top 10 Breakhead news pieces, like individual thing. That might be in the top 10 of your overall Breakhead news.
Wow.
That got me
Yeah,
good. That got me real good.
Nice. Wow. That makes me feel good. Like I said, when I write these things, believe me, I sometimes I think I'm the only one laughing, and but it really makes me feel good, Eddie. Thank you for that. So like I said, we have the Browns. We had a great time on Sunday.
Sure did. Kellen's first win.
Yes. My son's
Kellen's
first
1-0. And as a Browns fan, as someone who's not 1-0 as a kid, I can just say that I'm really jealous of Kellen, and I told him so.
Wow. But you know what? Here's the thing. And I was joking with people at work about this. It's like, he's 1-0, but as a father, like, I want more for him. And I feel that, like, with this team, like, with the clouds that have kind of, got out of the way a little bit, and we can look forward to maybe possibly having a fun season. Maybe this won't be the last time that you see me and my son up in Northeast Ohio, because, I want a playoff push. I want a fun playoff run. I had the best time on Sunday, and that will lead into my top 10. These are the top 10 reasons why my Sunday stroll to Cleveland was glorious. Number 10, no speeding tickets. That's always a good thing. No speeding, especially in Medina and Lindale. No speeding tickets there. Number 9, the vape I hit was not nicotine.
Whoa.
Shout out to Mac the Buffalo. Number 8, I hit no potholes.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Number 7, my dance moves were on point. Now, I was having fun. I was moving. I was grooving. Feeling it. Number 6, perfect weather. God doesn't always hate Cleveland, and he didn't hate it on Sunday. Beautiful weather. Number 5, Jameis fucking Winston. I'm eating the dubs. Browns fans eating the dubs as well. Number 4, I ate McDonald's and Taco Bell. Now that's going for 2. Even Kevin Stefanski can never say no to that one. Number 3, hanging with my homies in my hometown. What could be better than that? Thanks, Nick. Number 2, first home Browns game with my boy. And we're undefeated. And the number 1 reason why my Sunday stroll to Cleveland was glorious, the Cleveland Browns beat the Baltimore And that's tonight's top 10.
What a great top 10. That's a great top 10. Yeah, oh yeah. Look at you, Eddie.
That was a lot of those I can relate to, because when I went to Cleveland a few weeks ago, or last month, or whenever the hell that was, whenever they played the Giants, I also had no speeding tickets. I also hit no potholes. I slept great in Casa de Andy. That might have been the best guest bedroom I've ever been in my life. It was definitely, that basement was better than anything I've ever seen, but that's for another time. Yeah, so a lot, and the pen I hit was also not nicotine, so there's that one. I got to meet Carnes, so Carnes was pictured, and I got to meet Andy, obviously, and I got to meet other Browns people that I didn't know from here. I met someone new that I was like, I think I've seen you like talk to people that I know. And he's like, I think so too. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up? Follow, boom. So I'm with you on that top 10. So.
Okay, all right. Well,
Carnes, how much beer do you have in that bottle right there?
How much beer do I have? Let me call it 55%.
All right, well, do your 55 to my 100.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I'm in.
Cheers.
Oh man. Woo! I don't. Let me tell you, Eddie, you're a man, because Oktoberfest is not meant to be chugged.
No, it's not.
It's 55% of it, and to your 100, holy moly!
Hey, it's the Dawg Chug. Hard.
And let me tell you something else. Eddie is as cool in person as he is on the internet. Great meet, great hangout.
We're gonna do it again. I hope to get to one more game this year. I don't know which one yet, but I hope to get to one. I don't know. I don't even have to have sit in Andy's seats. That was awesome. That was one of the coolest experiences ever. Not only did I get to meet these two people, but we sit in the third row. I was like, third row? What? Nick's like leading us down the stairs, or he's in front of me. I was like, Nick, we're stopping soon. He's like, yeah, in a minute. We just keep going down the stairs. So it was awesome.
Wow. Now, Hawk, what was your Sunday experience like? Now, now Carnes and I were at the game and everything, but what were you doing on Sunday? How was your game time experience? And, because, being a Browns fan, especially on a Sunday, not always the most cathartic experience, but this Sunday, hey, like I said, if you don't believe in a higher power, you will after Sunday. So what were you doing on Sunday, Hawk?
Well, first of all, you think I may look angry about it, but I'm not. I said that I got offered to go to the game twice. Plumbing salesman offered me tickets, but we have. Hey, I want to say I look pretty ripped. Look at.
Yeah, look at you.
I mean, nobody wants to fight me. Nobody wants to fight me now from Twitter.
Mick.
I was sitting. You know what, man? I was sitting, listening to my earbuds and watching. Open field baseball, Cuyahoga Falls High School baseball. My son's a freshman, so he was out there with the varsity kids kicking some ass. And I got home just in time for kickoff. And I watched it in the living room. Jack watched some of it with me. The boys, they come in and see something. When they hear me yell, they come in. They come running in, from playing the Xbox or whatever. So that was my game time experience.
Roger, I do have a qualm. I do have a bone to pick with you, actually, while we're here and talking about trips to Cleveland. So I went to Cleveland for SummerSlam. Not everyone. I met Carnes and Jake. I met some other people there. Great. You couldn't make it because you're being a dad or you're doing something, whatever you're doing. Then you said to me on Twitter, the next time you're in Cleveland, we got to get together and throw beers back and throw darts. And the next time I was in Cleveland, you were nowhere to be found, and your co-host was with me, and I was with him. Wow. So I don't understand where you were at. So,
Roger.
So now I'm getting Hulk face a little bit.
Where you been, Roger?
You know what? I am angry about this. I'm just fed up with it. Let me tell you, I'm going to straighten it all out, and we're going to fix it. Next time you're in town,
okay,
we're getting together. We're going to throw some darts. We're going to go to the Ugly Broad. They know me. I get you. We're going to the Ugly Broad Saloon on 41st and Denison. We're going to play some darts, and we're going to drink like men. We're going to drink Pabst.
There it is.
We're going to drink what? We're going to drink
Blue
what?
Ribbon. Pabst Blue
PBR,
Ribbon.
baby.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
No, thank you.
Draft.
He said no.
Hell yeah.
I'm white trash, but not that white trash. I'm good.
No, oh no, you got
I mean,
it.
it's
Listen,
free. Sure, if Roger's buying, all right, whatever.
if you see
But they have
Roger in
IPAs
person,
there, so they have IPAs there, so I'll be good.
Roger is every bit the adventure in person that you would think he was. Lives up
makes
to the
sense.
bill.
Yeah.
You also live up to the bill, and especially when you're drinking, I didn't realize like how hilarious you got when you drank, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It was awesome.
Well, I appreciate that, Eddie. I can't wait to hang out again.
Yeah. I'm curious about this comment. Drew, hopping on for Spit Sip Chug.
Drew?
I don't know what
Drew,
that means.
please.
You want to come on, or what's going on here?
Drew.
But we'd love to have you. You know, just,
Listen, hey, Drew.
I think he's asking
I'll
if he
send
can
him
come
a
on
link.
for that.
I'll send him a link. Hold on.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. You know, we'll bring him on. Okay, so obviously the Browns 2-6, moving forward to the Chargers. Roger, we got this guy named Jim Harbaugh. Now, as an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, we have not fared successful against him the last couple of years. But will the Browns be able to shake the Harbaugh syndrome?
Well, you got San Diego coming in. Listen, you think I'd be angry that the Browns are playing my coach, Coach Harbaugh? You think I'd be, all worked up over this? But I'm not. I'm calm and I'm thinking about it rationally. They're coming from the West Coast. Harbaugh's first year in the program. He's just getting a feel for it. You know what I mean? He doesn't have all his people in place. He doesn't have all his players in place. You don't want to play San Diego next year or year 3 with Harbaugh. But right now the Browns are riding a wave, with Jameis. And the players are feeling it. They're feeling good. They got that win. And I expect the Browns to beat Harbaugh. And I say this because my first game with Dawson was Tyrod Taylor versus Phillip Rivers. And we had 50-yard line, and we got our teeth kicked in. It was the game before Baker took over. The Jets game. It was that game before that, and San Diego just destroyed us, man. It was ugly. Poor Dawson, you know what I mean? It was awful. It was awful. You were lucky to take your kid. I was angry that day. I can tell you that right now. I was pissed off. But you're lucky to get your kid. Lucky
Roger,
to, have. Yeah.
Roger, if it means anything to you, when we were there for the Giants, I was so angry after the game. I was like, I'm not talking to anyone. I walked to the Rapid and I went the hell home. Okay.
He's like, I'm going this way. I'm going home. And we're just like,
all right. Right. Andy and I went to the casino and we made
You did go. So you did end up going.
We did.
Okay. All right.
And we made a friend who was buying a shot of Woodford Reserve.
Nick, timeout real quick. So Andy drove me back to his house to my car, and he drove back to the casino. That's what you're telling me.
That's what degenerate gamblers do.
No, not Eddie. Not when we were just there last week against the Ravens.
Oh, I thought you said against the
No. Sorry. When we're there against the Ravens, we win.
Okay, I was about to be disappointed because I love gambling. Just
okay. No, Eddie, you are more than welcome next time. But when we were done with the Giants, I just went home. But we won against the Ravens, so I was like, Andy, we gotta go. And so Andy and I went to the casino. We made a friend, and he was buying us shots of Woodford Reserve as we're drinking Miller Lights, and he just kept buying shots of. We were there.
How late did you guys stay there that night?
Like midnight.
Whoa. Okay.
It was an affair.
Okay.
So that was we pulled the all day in Cleveland. We pulled the all day.
I love that. I want that. I want that experience. I want one of the Saturday games where I can be there all day. Do something in the morning, go to the game in the afternoon, and then go get drunk as hell in the city.
Yes, sir.
That's why when Andy says, "Come on with me," you'll find me sitting in my kid's baseball field. Because you can end up at the casino, pissed drunk on Wood Reserve, and not even blink. That's the way Andy rolls.
Yes, he does. Andy's 100 miles an hour or zero. There's no.
What time is it in Australia right now? Comment what time it is on Australia,
Yeah,
please.
Mick, if you could comment on that. We're dumb Americans, so we
It's
can't
like-
figure it out.
I think it's 13 hours. Isn't it
I don't
11
know what the
a.m.?
differential is. I can figure it out.
11:24 a.m. Right, Mick? 11:24 a.m.
I would love that.
Okay.
I
Wait,
would love
so
seeing
is that okay? So if a 1 p.m. game starts at 4 a.m. for them,
FC, I'm not angry.
then that's
I would love to. I would love to experience
13 hours.
eating, drinking
Yeah.
in Sydney.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Wow, that's
and Mick. Just for like full disclosure, Mick is a teacher.
Oh,
So
it's 124. Nick. Shout out to you, Mick. Appreciate you. That's
124.
awesome that you watch.
13 hour. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wow.
no, that's 15 hour. Wait, let me think.
because it's
15.
13.
15 hours. 12 hours is 10,
15.
24. 3
I'm
more.
dumb. Math
No,
is
you're not dumb.
I'm dumb.
Not dumb.
Yeah,
We're not,
okay.
There's no negative. There's no negative self-talk here.
This is
There's
not
no
an
that.
indictment of the American education system.
I
by
was
any
told
means.
there would be no math.
Yeah,
Well,
no math here. But
All right, so 15 hours.
yeah.
So bro wakes up at 4 a.m., watches the Browns game, and then goes and teaches kids. That's dedication. I'm sorry, Mick. I'm sorry.
that's dope. Shout out to you.
Yes. Shout out to. All right. Well, is Drew coming on, or what's he doing? Because
I sent him the invite. He said he was
He
starting
said
to speak. I'm
computer
not sure.
starting. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do until then, and we'll start. So tonight, a little bit of history. I know we're gonna have a little bit of but before we go back to Spit Sip Chug and a little bit that we have to mention the 5-0 Cleveland Cavaliers. Yes, number one.
That was good, Ed. Good work.
Thank you. So tonight, Cavs get it done big time over the LA Lakers. But the history that was made tonight was Bronny James gets his first bucket in the NBA tonight, which, happened to be in Cleveland. So, Eddie, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, I'm not real happy. This is like one of the things I disagree with you guys a lot about. I'm a Lakers fan, so like this one was. So I looked at the score early, and you guys were up it was like 13 at the time, and I was like, okay, great. I don't care right now. I'm not in the mood for basketball right now. I'm drinking these pumpkin beers. I'm waiting to get my food. I'm gonna watch the World Series. And then I look at the score later, and it was like 70-48, and I was like, all right, well, I don't care about this. This is game 5 for both of us. Y'all are playing extremely well. I've seen some highlights. And of course, I see everything on Twitter that you guys talk about. You guys are insanely good, and I hope you guys don't think that like you guys are like world beaters, but you guys are fucking good. That's first and foremost. But second, beat our ass tonight. Did AD score 20 points?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Did LeBron score 10?
LeBron scored 20.
Okay.
Over 20.
Because he was in jeopardy of losing a streak the other night of double digits. But he did not. So
why are you Eddie? Why are you a Lakers fan?
Yeah, how does that happen?
Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant. Okay.
Nick, did you take care of this, Nick?
Huh?
Did you get? I don't.
I can put it in chat. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
So Lakers since Jordan retired. My cousin grew up and she watched me, and she was a big Bulls and Jordan fan. I knew all the Bulls, but then when she wanted to watch the draft, and of course I didn't understand what the draft really was. And I heard the kid from high school from Pennsylvania. I was like, hey, I live in high school in Pennsylvania. Like, that's cool. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And the name was like Kobe, and that's not a common, or it wasn't around here. And especially when I saw the name Kobe. I was like, that's interesting. So once Jordan got out of the league, Kobe was my guy, and the Lakers have been my team forever. And that will never change, ever.
Oh, okay. Well,
who's your all-time favorite Cav?
Mark Price.
Roger?
Coach Mick from Australia. What's that, guys?
I asked what your favorite Cav of all time was, or who your favorite Cav was.
My favorite Cav of all time, man. That's a good question. Probably John Hot Rod Williams. If I got to go favorite, just all time Cav. Just for no particular. Just he was my favorite player, man. Hot Rod came in, man, and he was a guy that on that team that that just like went, I don't know, man. Hot Rod Williams just was electric to me, man. But I had a lot of them, man. I had Footsy Walker. Like back when I was a little kid, I met Foots Walker and had his autograph, and I had that in my bedroom, man. And so I go all the way back to the beginning. You know, I saw Dr. J play basketball, man. You know, today you think I'd be angry with today's NBA, but I'm not. I may look angry, but I'm not
He
at
keeps
all.
saying he's not
about it.
angry, but he's, you know.
Well, I'll tell you.
I have a question
no,
for you.
I love it, man, all the way up. But let me tell you about. I don't think I'm a guy that believes that you need to earn something, and the whole Bronny thing is just, you know, that's his dad swinging his weight around, man, and I don't know how many professionals how they feel about it. You know what I mean?
Well,
The kid
I
doesn't
got a
belong.
question
out
for
there.
Nick and Ed though.
So,
Now, a Cavs question for
they-
you guys. Nick
What's
and
that?
Ed, you guys would know more than I would. Is Cavs Nation or whatever you guys call yourselves, Cavs Nation? I think. Are you guys fully behind Darius Garland now? Is that a thing? Like,
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just want to say, real quick, I don't care what happened after Cleveland. My favorite Cav is still Kyrie Irving.
Okay, fair enough.
I
He's my
love that.
I
second
celebrate it. I call my
Hey.
friend when the Cavs won the lottery. When the Cavs won the lottery, I still live with my parents, and I ran through my parents' house screaming. We got the first pick like a wild banshee, and my dad's not in the NBA, and he couldn't understand why I was so excited. And it was Kyrie Irving, and that
Nick,
was
they
amazing.
said you did that running up West Third Sunday night. Same thing.
Yeah,
even
there you go. Well, hey,
running-
I gotta say, we have got long time friend of the show,
Yes.
local member of a pawn shop, if I understand correctly. Certainly local legend. He's Drew in Brick City. Drew, are you here, sir?
Drew. Well,
He was here.
Drew is
All right,
here.
we're gonna leave him until he's here.
Hey,
Drew's
Hey, what's
here.
going
Drew
on?
is here. Drew.
Hey, how you guys doing?
we're chilling.
Good. Doing really
Drew,
well.
what's
Drew.
going
The
on, man?
Dodgers didn't give up this lead or give up the lead now, but
It's great to see your face, Drew. It's great to see your face.
How you guys doing?
Man.
Now
I'll
you
tell
wanted
what.
to get in on some spit sip chug, I see, right? Is that
Yeah,
correct,
you
Drew? You put in the comments. We got you here. The power of technology and power of Nick Carnes. Thank you, Nick, for that assist right there.
Yeah. What you got? What are you drinking tonight, Drew?
Bush.
Love it. Love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
are you ready, Drew, for spit sip chug? Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. We are going to play Spit Sip Chug, a game with so much fame and acclaim because I gave it its
Drew's
name.
chugging.
Spit Sip Chug. If I will say a statement, they are statements. They are not questions. If you heavily agree with that statement, you will chug. If you vehemently dislike that statement, you will spit. And if you're lukewarm on it and just want to, something for your throat, you'll just take a sip. We will start with you, Drew, since you wanted to chime in here.
Oh yeah, Drew.
Yep. Jameis
right.
Winston can be a long-term solution for the Browns. What are you doing, Drew?
I'm gonna sip.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I respect that.
Feel free to elaborate. Why are you sipping?
2 years after this, and you got to find something new. You know.
Okay.
So you're
what
saying
can you pay? What can you pay a guy right now with Deshaun? You know, you got to find a cheap guy, and he's that guy. Maybe, if he blows up this year, he's going to want more money, over 20. Are they paying him that?
I think they'd pay him, Drew. I think they'd pay him. I think they'd find a way. They'd restructure whoever they had to, because it seems like they're in a situation where yet another quarterback may have just fallen out of the sky for them, right? And they can't make the same mistake twice, right? Because otherwise I will be contemplating concrete sweet embrace at the bottom of the 480 bridge.
no, we're not doing that.
You don't want to do that. Well,
Oh,
yeah. Well, Nick, go ahead, Nick. Are you chugging? You sipping? You speak. Go ahead, Nick.
I got
We
it.
know he's one.
This is
Chug it,
this is a
chug.
Christmas ale, so that's gonna be something.
Like the Christmas ale, right?
All right. So tell everybody out there, especially the people in the back, why you believe Jameis Winston can be a long-term solution for the Cleveland Browns.
Well, I'll tell you what. I gotta start with Joe Flacco, man, because that's where a lot of my belief from last year came. I looked at it and I said, this team doesn't have a running game. This team has offensive linemen off the street. This team had no prep time with their quarterback, no practice time, no anything. And this dude comes in. He's the oldest quarterback to throw for 300 yards. He leads the league in passing. He leads the league in touchdowns. The Browns go and make the playoffs with him. He saves their season, and it just looks effortless at all times with no prep, with all these injuries, with all these guys that are missing, and they just keep winning. He just throws like it's nothing, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. So then we're there, Ed. We are there Sunday, and it just looks the same. It just looks exactly the same. And I'm enraged. I am enraged. I am Hulk smash mad that they made us wait this time, because this amount of time, because people are unfollowing me. People are sending me nasty messages about how I'm so negative and what happened to me and what it is, because I knew that Jameis Winston would be better for the Browns than Deshaun Watson. And Kevin Stefanski goes out there every week and he's like, Deshaun Watson gives us the best chance to win. It's like bull fucking shit, Kevin. Okay, you got the worst offense in the whole league. You've never had anywhere even close to this offense in your whole career, your whole tenure, your whole offense. You have halved anything you've ever done, and you with a straight face go out there and you say that this dude gives us the best chance to win. It's like you are insulting our intelligence, because I watched you put PJ Walker out there. I watched you put Case Keenum out there. I watched you push Dorian Thompson-Robinson out there in his rookie season as a 5th-round pick and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you have the audacity to tell me that this dude with the worst passer rating in the NFL and the every stat that you could find is the worst gives you the best chance to win. It is an insult to my intelligence, and I absolutely encouraged booing of that shit, because it's bullshit. It's bullshit, and I will not stand for it.
Wow. Well, we will stand for that answer. That is a great answer. And you know what, Hulk, you get to follow that up right now. Hulk, what are you doing here? Are you sipping or chugging on this one?
I'm not as angry as Carnes over here. I may look it, but I'm not as angry about it. You know what, Jameis? This is what Kevin Stefanski has never had the opportunity to pick his QB1. What he has picked are QB2s and 3s and 4s, and he's succeeded with every quarterback that he's chosen that wasn't shoved down his throat. I think DTR was shoved down his throat a little bit, but I think he figured he could teach him how to play under center because he's young. Because they did it with Justin Fields in Pittsburgh. He's playing under center now. You know, he's turning his back to the defense.
He's not playing now.
He's not playing.
What's that?
He's not playing at all now, but
Well, I'm saying when he
when he
was
did,
playing.
He was still winning with them.
Yeah.
But it give Kevin Stefanski a chance to pick his quarterback. And if Jameis Winston plays good enough to price himself out of Cleveland, let Kevin Stefanski decide who out there that he wants. You know what I mean? Stop shoving a quarterback down his throat. They're going to have what? How much in cap? They're not adding any talent next year, you know? So we got 2 years of paying for Winston still. So I don't know. If Jameis Winston plays good enough, will he be back? You know, will he take a discount to come back? Who knows? You know,
they'll afford him, Roger. I promise you, they'll afford him. They will restructure as many contracts as they need to make sure that they afford him. They'll add a gazillion void years. They will not let another dude who's that successful in the offense walk out the door.
Nick won't let it happen. Nick will not let it happen.
I will lead the right. Bria's right there.
There it
right
is.
there.
Well, Flacco
Okay.
will be a free agent, right?
Oh, jeez.
Probably, but yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. Eddie, what are you doing here on this one? You spit
All right,
sipping.
so first
Hulk,
off,
what are you doing, Hulk? Before we didn't
First
even
off,
get your answer.
you know he's going to take a sip of his Dort through a straw, and it's fine.
Well, let him at least decide. What's your answer, Roger?
I said, oh man, I was sipping. Ed said I sipped.
All right,
Eddie was right.
Roger, give us a little sippy poo.
Yeah.
I
All right.
sipped.
First off, Nick, your anger at Kevin Stefanski, I get it. That wasn't him that was saying that shit. You know damn well he was sitting there looking like a hostage.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. You're right.
If I blink twice, come get me. Boom, boom. So that wasn't him. That was the front office because they think that they're better than everyone because they're analytical. And this Andrew Berry is not hit on a lot of draft picks, so I don't trust him drafting a quarterback unless Kevin Stefanski has full. Hey, that's the quarterback I want. Let's go get him. But nonetheless, I'm going to tell you that. But I'm also going to bite a little bit off Ed. I'm going to give a break Ed chug. Not for the topic, just a break Ed chug so we can, there's 20 minutes left. And so a break Ed chug. And I think he is the answer for this season and possibly next to get us through the end of Watson and then Winston. And then if we draft a quarterback next year, whatever, great, or the year after, great. Then either way, he's good for now. But break Ed chug.
Oh, love it.
Let's go, Eddie.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. While he's chugging, I will go ahead and answer this real quick. I'm gonna chug on it as well.
My guy. I love you, Ed. Look at you go.
Because I think what it comes down to is I saw it on Sunday with Nick, and this is a little tongue in cheek, but Flacco would throw the ball and the defenders would catch it, and that'd be an interception. Winston's so good, as I saw on Sunday, that he can throw it right to the defenders and they can't catch it. An uncatchable ball. It's a beautiful thing. It's a skill that he has. But no, getting to be serious here, Winston has poise in the pocket. His age, God, the fact that what is he, 30, 31? I mean, he's still so young relative compared to, some of these other quarterbacks that, last up 45 like Brady. But, he could have a good career. And why not in Cleveland be that bridge? But we're not even talking about a bridge that's just 1 year. I mean, he could be a 2 to 3 year bridge. Why not wait? Do the quarterback the right way. Maybe like Green Bay does. Draft a quarterback and, actually let him learn the position instead of just throwing him in. And because the Browns are going to have some areas that they need to get younger in. And, they need a dynamic playmaker. Cedric Tillman looks good, but I like that Travis Hunter. And if you're high in the draft next year, instead of getting a quarterback, why not get a dynamic playmaker like him? So I think that Browns need to look at other areas, maybe besides quarterback. And if Jameis Winston can be serviceable and throw the rock around and be AFC Offensive Player of the Week or whatever he was, I'm not going to argue that. I'm chugging on that all day. That will make us go to statement number 2. And it's a fun one. And we'll start with you again, Drew. We'll just go same order here. The Browns will make a playoff push, Drew. What are we doing here?
Man, a playoff push. I mean, 2-6, right?
2-6.
So we got to get to 10-7.
That probably, yeah.
Yep.
Maybe 9-8.
Maybe 9-8. Can they go the rest of the season without 3 losses? The way they accumulate injuries? I don't think so.
Looks like a chug to me.
He's chugging, but I think he's really spitting on this one. Yeah.
Small chug. But that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
I love it.
All right. Nick, what do you think? Nick, get me pumped up, Nick. Tell me something here.
I am still going to sip. Gonna sip.
If we win on Sunday, are we chugging?
If we win on Sunday, we are probably chugging.
Okay.
We're probably chugging. But you have to show me I need another week.
Okay.
We need another week. Got to win again. LA looks good. All of a sudden, Ladd McConkey and Justin Herbert are throwing for a whole bunch of yards. I know. The Chargers always beat the Browns. I was in LA the last time the Browns played
Yeah.
the Chargers for that like debacle of the missed extra point and all that nonsense that came with it. And Baker went like nuts. That was his broken shoulder year.
And Joku had that big touchdown, a long touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was there last time for that, and then I don't remember what. I think we missed a field goal, or I don't remember. All I know is the Chargers always give the Browns problems. I don't expect it to be easy. I think it's going to be stressful. I think it's going to be one of those games where, again, we are like our hearts beating a million miles a minute until the end. So I'm just sipping.
Okay, fair enough. Hulk, what are we doing here?
Be awake.
You know what? Why not? Right? Why not? It'd be great for the holidays. The holidays will be fun. The whole season will be fun. Dawg Chug will be fun. I won't be angry. That'll be great. Nobody will want to beat me up on Twitter. So yeah,
That's not true.
I'm in. I'm chugging on it. Browns will make a playoff.
My
The
boy
Browns will make
NC.
us believe they're making a playoff push. I'm chugging.
Okay,
Let's go.
Eddie.
Okay, so I'm gonna crack this real quick, and I'm gonna sip with Carnes because I
Okay.
do need to see it this week just to, I'm sort of there like sold because what I saw this past week. Hey, you beat the Ravens. Like the Baltimore Ravens are one of the best teams in football. I don't care what anyone else says. Lamar Jackson might be the MVP right now. I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. He's in the discussion. I'm gonna sip for right now, just so I have this to chug, my fourth beer to chug. And then I do think that if they win on Sunday, that they will go on a put. Now, a playoff push does not mean a playoff berth. I just want
Right. Correct.
They will be in the mix. If they win Sunday, they're going to be in the mix because that will get them to 3-6 with 8 games left. Can they get 6-2 in that 8 games? I think they can. They play a lot of divisional games, so they get caught up on that. They do have the Chiefs. They have the Dolphins in December, and Dolphins don't like the cold, so we'll see. I'm going to sip for now, and then we'll chug this here in a second.
Okay.
I like it.
I'll make it
Very
short and
smart move.
sweet. I'm going to chug. We already kind of are in a playoff push. If you look at how bad or how much parity there is in the AFC, and considering that after how many weeks we played, we're only 2 games back, and one of the teams that you're chasing, you're playing this weekend in Cleveland. I mean, I say the playoff push is now. It started against the Ravens, and it's moving every week that you keep winning. You are pushing towards the playoffs, and as we saw on Sunday, Nick, firsthand, as we're hugging each other at the end of the game as we're winning and celebrating, and it was a great time. It is now. The playoff push is now, and it started Sunday, and it's going to continue, and hopefully they get it done against the Chargers. But yeah, you got to be chugging, and as Browns fans, the intensity that I saw at Huntington Bank Field. Keep bringing it. I think the players loved it, but you know who loved it the most? The fans, and that's what the city of Cleveland needs the most moving forward because that playoff push is now. That will bring us to statement number 3, and this is kind of a little fun one. We'll start with you, Drew, here. The new renderings of a downtown dome got you rethinking Brook Park. Now, like I said in Breakhead News, anonymously, there were some renderings of a dome on Burke Lakefront Airport that came out. What are you thinking about that, Drew? Are you sipping, you spitting, you chugging on that?
Well, I'll chug on this because this is my personal feeling. You know what? I don't want to be around all those people. I'm not going to the stadium. I tried it last year. I'd just rather sit home and watch the game,
Okay.
So I'll chug.
Okay. All right. We'll go to you, Nick. What are you thinking? I know it's a tough one because it's, but.
It is tough. I'm just going to sip.
Okay.
Because I do think I want a dome stadium. Yeah. I'm not really sure where at this point. Initially, I was very anti moving out of downtown, and I thought about it, and now I'm not really sure. So I'm sipping.
That's fair. Hulk, where's the Hulk? Where does he want to go to Browns games at?
Hulk. Let me tell you something. You know what, man? I think they belong downtown if it's possible, but how feasible is the plan? They had AI draw up some, I seen Elfman do shit like that, for his Good Morning, my Browns fan family. Some AI art like that. How feasible is it? How long are they going to make them stay in that stadium they're in while this plan comes together? That they've been trying to put a plan together down there for how long, to do something with the lakefront. I don't know. I, I'm like Drew, I sit in my living room, so it really don't matter to me where they build it. I think they do need to build it somewhere. So I'm not going to get all worked up and angry over it. That's for sure. So I'm sipping.
Wow. If we could only chug as many times as Roger or Hulk says he's not angry, I think we'd all be, 2 sheets to the wind right now. But Eddie, what are your thoughts?
So I'm a little indifferent on this because I'm not from there. So like when I come to games, I can get to a game when I can, and now I can get to more hopefully. But I went to one in Cleveland Brown Stadium on Christmas Eve, and it poured down snow and it was freezing cold. And we got our ass kicked 41-0 to the Steelers. I was at the Myles Garrett helmet game. I was at the Halloween game a couple years ago against the Steelers. I'm sorry. I was at a couple other games. I was at the Giants game this year, so I haven't had a lot of luck in that stadium. So maybe a new dome would be if it's downtown. Like if it's as long as it's like where I'm going, like my destination. Like I always like to have travel. Like I went to SummerSlam, so I went to the Guardians game, and then SummerSlam the next day. Perfect, just all right there. I don't want to have to go another 20 minutes outside or however long. I don't know where Brook Park is. If they do a dome downtown, that's great because that's more events. You get, maybe a WrestleMania, talking wrestling, maybe a Super Bowl, a bunch more concerts, a bunch more other things. So it'd be cool to see a dome. I do like the elements of football, though, of being out in the cold. I'll sit my ass out and freeze there. I have a bunch of, hoodies and jackets, and our former sponsor, Homage, they hooked us up, and I've bought from them. All good. I'll be chilling. I'll be drinking heavily before I get into the stadium, so I won't feel that cold. So dome, no dome, I don't care. So I'll sip for now this water so I can chug the beer here in a second. I'll sip it because I'm not familiar with the dynamics as you guys are. I don't mind sitting in the cold. I've sat in a fucking raining game in Pittsburgh before, and it sucked, but it was like, hey, I'm watching a football game. I don't care.
I never thought I would actually feel the way I do, but I'm going to chug on the statement, and here's why. Obviously, I want Northeast Ohio to get a dome. I want that area economically to thrive. I'm from Northeast Ohio. I love Cleveland. But I'll be honest with you, and when I saw the Brook Park renderings, how could you not fall in love with them? But then when I saw these new AI renderings of what could possibly be in Cleveland, what changed my mind was coming up Sunday in my glorious stroll that I talked about in my top 10. And when I was going on East 38th Street to get to the Muni lot, and then going over the tracks by where the warehouses are, and seeing my son's eyes as he was fixated on this big body of water, which is impressively known as Lake Erie. And I remembered, going to Municipal Stadium and being in awe as a young child as seeing Lake Erie and knowing that, they call it the mistake on the lake. And that's just because they're jealous, because not all great cities have such a great body of water that they can attribute their success to. And just seeing that and how impressive it was, it's like, I don't know if I want to give that up. And my game day experiences being, downtown and seeing all the buildings and, walking, because those were memories that I had. And, I know that the new dome would only be, a few blocks over. And so those memories would still be with me and could make new ones. So because of what happened on Sunday, I am chugging on that. Now, if they build a dome in Brook Park, and that's fine, and that's the most feasible option and the quickest solution for the economic vitality and vitality of Northeast Ohio, I'm all for that. But I can't lie. When I saw Lake Erie and that beautiful sun and everything, it just brought that nostalgia came back to me. So I have to chug on that statement. And that will bring us to statement number 4. Yes, Roger.
I just want to, you know what? You convinced me, because what AI does not generate in their photos is the Fox's Den in the bookstore, the adult bookstore that's down the street. So you got Lake Erie or the Fox's Den and the adult bookstore as your backdrop. So I'm chugging. I'm with you. I'm second guessing it. I'm chugging. Because let's face it, you could go down to the West Bank and there's a cabaret down there if you
Hey
need
now.
to. So,
Hey now. All right. Love it. Hawk's bringing it tonight. Got to tell you that.
Hawk brings it every night.
He does. He does. Statement number 4, and this is kind of what we got into before Drew got on, going back to the round ball action that is the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs were just missing the right coach. Now they're 5-0. The core 4 has been basically re-signed, including Isaac Okoro. So basically the Cavs were just missing the right coach. We'll start with you, Drew.
Well, I'm going to skip over the coach thing. And the guy that fucked us over twice was playing in Cleveland with his kid, and they lost. And that's fucking all right with me.
Okay. All right. He's chugging on that. All right. Drew's calling audibles tonight. He's like, get me on the show. Get me on Spit Sip Chug. I don't care what your statements are. You know, love it, Drew. You're bringing the energy. Good stuff tonight. We'll go to you. We'll go to you next, Eddie, right now. What are your thoughts on the Cavs? Do you think they were just a coach away and it's showing tonight or showing this season?
I have to say, yeah. I have to. I mean, I don't obviously follow the Cavs as closely as you guys do, but I see it obviously as Browns Twitter, Cavs Twitter, Guardians Twitter. They're all the same for the most part. They overlap. But yeah, so far so good. And I told people last year that like the Donovan Mitchell trade, like I didn't think that Cavs fans understood like the type of player that he was and then would become, and then he makes those around him better. And then Darius Garland, he knew. He just came out in an interview or something recently that said when he was on the golf course, he got news he was traded to the Cavs. He started dancing because he got to be paired with Garland. So I think it might have been the coach just unlocked that. I'd like to see Evan. There's a lot of you guys on Twitter I see that say Evan Mobley should do this and that more. Let him do it more. Let him go do it. I mean, but at the same time, they're 5-0, 6-0, 5-0, whatever they are, 5 or 6-0. But still, I think so far they, the coach was the difference maker so far. So
yeah, love it, Eddie, love it. Hulk, what are you thinking here, Hulk?
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Before Hulk continues, as Hulk goes on with this, I'll chug with the Hulk as he's going with this.
Okay, all right, okay.
Whenever you start, Roger, go ahead.
It doesn't make me angry. Just thought Bickerstaff was a teacher, and he taught this core of how to play defense. He's a defensive coach. I think he was important in their early development. I think if they would have continued on that path with Bickerstaff, they've been making a mistake. So do they have the right coach now? Yes. Yes, they do. But I think Bickerstaff and what he teaches on defense and his how he approaches the game was important to their learning experience, how to play the game of basketball at the NBA level.
Wow. I'm going to echo all the sentiments, maybe not Drew's sentiment, but I understand where he came from when he flipped the script right there about LeBron. But when it comes to the statement about Kenny Atkinson, yeah, I do think he's the right coach. And I'm chugging. Look at Jared Allen. Look at what he did tonight. Look what he's been doing. I mean, he's got this renewed confidence, and it's fun to watch. And then look at Darius Garland, how he's thriving. They're all thriving, actually. I mean, they're 5-0, and they're blowing teams out. They're winning on the road. They're doing what championship quality basketball teams do. And it's fun to watch. Hopefully they can continue that. I do think Atkinson and kudos to Dan Gilbert. Now, there was some rumblings that, it was Dan Gilbert that wanted Atkinson more than, maybe Kobe Altman. And hey, if that's the case, finally a meddling owner that actually might have picked the right coach. So go Cavs, go. So that will conclude another rousing edition of Spit, Sip, Chug.
All right.
I do have some fun here, though. If
did we lose Carnes?
Yeah, Carnes had to go. I appreciate you, Nick. Thanks for coming on. Everybody, check out the Barking Browns. A great show he does with Jacob Roach and Casey. Good stuff there. So
Kinnaman.
Check that out.
Kinnaman is his last name.
Kinnaman,
like cinnamon, but with a K.
I said, yeah, I got Kinnaman. Casey, my guy, Casey Kinnaman. So here's what we're gonna do right now, because I had this segment and I don't want to waste it, because when I take time out of my life, I want to go ahead. So who wants to go under a little bit? We'll start with
Why
you.
don't you do them two against each
Yeah,
other?
that's what I was gonna do. We'll start with you, Eddie. Drew, watch what we do, and then you'll go next. It'll be the same question. So if you want to think, all right. So we're gonna go under.
Room. Put them in the green room.
Well,
So
we
you
can
don't
still
hear
see
them.
it. We can still hear everything and see everything.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Hey, Hulk, don't get angry with me if I don't put him in the green room, okay? All right. It's that time for, well, maybe we will start with you, Drew. Rapid fire. Well, I'll start with you, Eddie. Okay. Eddie, you're going under rapid fire. You have 3 seconds to answer yes or no. I don't want to hear no true or false or any of that crap. Yes or no. And here we go. The Cleveland Browns can make a playoff run.
Yes.
Deshaun Watson was to blame for 1-6.
Yes.
The Browns would be 3-5 if they would have went to Winston instead of DTR against the Bengals.
No. Better.
Kevin Stefanski is a really good coach.
Yes.
Ken Dorsey calling plays energized the coaching staff.
No.
Nick Chubb is just getting started.
Yes.
Cedric Tillman is him.
Yes.
Jameis Winston can be a longer-term QB solution.
Yes.
Browns need to draft a QB high in the draft.
No.
DeJuan Jones is finally coming around.
Yes.
The NFL refs just hate the Browns.
Yes.
Orange pants are elite.
Yes.
Dustin Hopkins is over his troubles.
No.
Ed in Columbus is a winner.
Yes.
Andy is the most functioning alcoholic known to man.
Yes.
Roger will root for Harbaugh this Sunday.
No.
And finally, how was chugging those 4 beers?
Yes.
There you go. And that concludes rapid fire for Eddie. Drew, are you ready to go under rapid fire?
Let's do it.
All right. The Cleveland Browns can make a playoff run.
No.
Deshaun Watson was to blame for 1-6.
Yes.
The Browns would be 3-5 if they would have went to Winston instead of DTR against the Bengals.
Yes.
Kevin Stefanski is a really good coach.
No.
Ken Dorsey calling plays energized the coaching staff.
No.
Nick Chubb is just getting started.
Yes.
Cedric Tillman is him or the man.
MC, he's got potential.
Okay. Jameis Winston can be a longer-term QB solution.
2-year solution.
Browns need to draft a QB high in the draft.
No.
DeJuan Jones is coming around.
Yes.
The NFL refs just hate the Browns.
Of course.
Orange pants are elite.
Yes.
Dustin Hopkins is over his troubles.
Yes.
Ed in Columbus is a winner.
No.
Andy is the most functioning alcoholic known to man.
Possibly.
Roger will root for Harbaugh this Sunday.
No.
And finally, how was Spit Sip Chugging coming on the Dawg Chug for the first time?
Pretty cool.
Awesome. And that concludes rapid fire. And I must say, only because Eddie answered yes, that I'm a winner, I have to kind of lean towards him. But Drew, you are great. We appreciate you coming on for Spit Sip Chug, hanging around for rapid fire, giving your hot takes when it comes to LeBron James and his son. You brought it tonight, Drew, and we appreciate you coming on the Dawg Chug, your maiden voyage tonight.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All
Hey,
right.
sailors might chug better, but I'm still a king.
I'm going to check out.
All right, my guy. Take it easy, Drew. That was Drew in the Brick City. Hey,
Where's Brick City?
What?
Where's Brick City?
I think Cincinnati. Is that the Brick City? I believe.
No, I thought that was the
I think.
Emerald Queen. No.
I know, but I don't.
Where's Brick City?
I don't. Hulk, we need help.
Brick City is just outside of Cincinnati.
Okay, so it is outside Cincinnati. Okay, all right. Well,
Or it could be on the south side of Youngstown, There's two of them. I don't know which one he's in.
It just depends where you're doing business, if you know what I
Okay.
mean, right?
Right. It
Okay.
depends who you're doing business with.
Fair enough. Oh gosh, what a great show! What a great show tonight. Any last order of business that we want to get into? Because hey, you know what? Andy's not here. I'm feeling a little loose tonight. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, feel free to,
Well, right now, as of this, we're live right now. Still, it is 6-5 Yankees in the top of the eighth, with the bases loaded for the Dodgers, and nobody out.
Whoa!
So that's pretty big. There's some Yankee fans there that looks like he's about to have a heart attack. We understand that. That's every single Browns game that's ever existed. Almost every. Although I did want to end with this, Roger. We were talking about the Chargers earlier, and you were there at the one game, and Nick was at the Los Angeles game. One of my favorite Browns memories, as messed up as it is, when they got the 1-1-31 on Christmas Eve against the Chargers. The shit unlocked, everything unlocked, all the beers. Hopefully you guys read some bars that had the beers unlocked. I know Andy was. He probably had one in his house, but that's besides the point. But that was awesome because hey, we were gonna go again 0-16. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Who was the guy that won that? Who blocked the field?
Jamie Meter. Jamie Meter,
the Prince of Parma, the Prince of Peru.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. See, Nick Carnes left too early.
Way too early. That's the Carnes.
Now I want you guys to take. Now you brought up Eddie. You brought up the World Series, and what did you guys think? We'll start with you, Hulk. What did you guys think of the fans in the stand grabbing Mookie Betts and stealing the ball from him? So Hulk, you're not angry. You say you're not angry a million times. Would you have been angry about that situation, or you think the fans, hey, can do whatever they want? He must have something. Eddie, I need your thoughts then.
I thought it was.
Oh, I thought you asked Eddie first.
I asked you, Roger. Hulk.
I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was Bush League. I thought, first off, fuck the Yankees. That's just first and foremost. I hate them. I'm a Red Sox fan, as a lot of people on the Dawg Chug know.
Dirty water. Dirty water.
That's right. I hate the Yankees. They're the second team I hate the most. The Steelers are first, and the Yankees. But that was just dumb as hell. And then they ask him about it. Of course, they interview him because they interview everyone. And everyone gets their 15 minutes of fame. Oh, we always have this plan. If they come near us, we're going to D up. You're not part of the fucking game. Get out of here. And then they banned them for Game 5. And luckily, they did give the tickets to a cancer patient and his dad or someone. That's awesome. But banned for Game 5. Ban them forever. Get them the hell out of here. Well, they paid a lot of money for those tickets. Yeah, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's what it is. I hate it. I'll be angry. Roger, if you don't want to be angry here, I understand. You can look angry. Fuck that. Fuck them.
Okay.
You know what, man? Yeah, as fans, you cannot, I don't care what level, you cannot, Little League, you don't touch the ball player, you don't touch the baseball. If it's even 3 rows in, you give that player every opportunity to come and get that baseball. You know what I mean? Because they will come into the stands after it. I think you need to move out of the. Yeah, they definitely. Hey, I had that post today. You know what makes me angry is Elon Musk, and he changed his notifications, and I didn't know, but I have one that has like 47,000 views, and like I don't know, like how many likes did it have last time? And
over 1,000,
like,
I think. Over 1,000.
Yeah, it was like 1,200 or something. Yeah.
What the
and it was the White Sox writer that he did the story on those guys for ESPN. Now, I don't know if he actually did it because of the backlash. Did you ever? He was supposed to write something, and I think that it got squashed because of the backlash that ESPN got.
Okay, that makes sense.
But hey, I had a big post today.
Yeah, so look at that Hulk blowing up.
I didn't even know about it. It blew up.
Yeah.
I love when Hulk blows up. I love when I see like a lot of you guys like do things and like a lot of people are interacting with him. Like Carnes is like the GOAT of fucking engagement because he just does it. I love that and then I also love when I can step in and be like, you know what? You said this about Carnes. Fuck you. You don't know shit about Carnes. don't be like I'm not
Eddie off the top rope.
But it's just like I see people say all these disparaging things about Carnes because of his takes on football, and that pisses me off. I'm just like no. But I love when I see like you guys put a funny tweet out or a good tweet out or whatever, breaking down something, and a lot of people are liking it. And I'm like, yeah, like that's sick. Like I love that shit.
Eddie,
We
you
were all
know,
part
it's
of a
the
network.
ones. It's the ones that you never. I typed that at 8:30 this morning and forgot about it. I never looked at it. It was just something that went through my head. The ones that you plan out, work on, they're
Sure.
the ones that fall off the cliff. They get like 3 likes. The ones that you just rattle off the top of your head and forget, I didn't know all day until after work. I'm like, holy shit, this had like 47,000 fucking views. It's the ones that you don't even like just come off the top of your head, without thinking. Those are the best ones, man. That's the best reactions,
Nice.
It's the greatest, yeah. And I love seeing that for everything. I love coming on the show. Hope I can keep coming on.
Well, Browns keep winning. You're definitely chugging, but we have such fun shenanigans. Yeah, we'll always send you a link. I did want to do something before we ended the show, and I think here's how I'm going to do it. I didn't know how exactly this was going to play out. It is trick or treat tomorrow, Beggars Night. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to say something, and I want you guys to go 1, 2, 3, and just say what it is. It's either a trick or a treat. Okay,
Trick
so
is good. Treat is bad.
Yep. Treat's good. Trick is bad. Yep, exactly.
Trick is bad. Treat's good. Okay.
I got 5 of them. Jameis Winston, trick or treat?
Treat.
Treat.
Okay. Cavs, trick or treat?
Treat.
Treat.
LeBron and Bronny playing in Cleveland, trick or treat?
Trick.
Treat.
Trick.
Ooh. Guardian season, trick or treat?
Treat.
Treat.
And last but not least, trick or treat, Andy's absence tonight.
Trick.
Trick.
Okay, that will end trick or treat. I'll be honest with you. I love you, Andy, but it was a treat for me because I got to run this show tonight, and I had some fun tonight.
Hey, before we leave the fun, let's do another trick or treat real quick, but it's gonna be candy because tomorrow's about candy. So you two, I'm gonna list a candy. You guys just say trick or treat.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Reese's take 5.
Treat.
Treat.
Reese's, regular Reese's.
Fucking treats all day long.
Yes. Yes.
Payday.
Trick.
Oh,
What'd you say?
Payday.
Trick.
Twix.
Treat.
This chug.
Treat. Tweet. I'm so used to saying tweet. It's a treat. It's a tweet. Oh, look at that. Look at that go. That's gonna, That's how we're gonna end the show right there.
Wow,
I want to thank you two gentlemen. I want to thank Nick Carnes for coming on. I want to thank Drew in the Brick City, wherever that's at. And I want to thank everybody out there in Dawg Chug Nation for tuning in. It's been a pleasure, and I take pride in it, and I love doing this. And shout out to Andy, who will be back from assignment next week. Yes. So everybody, like I said, if you got them, and I know you just did it just now, you just chugged, but if you got them, drink them. Everybody have a great week. Happy trick or treat to everybody out there. And hey, to all you dads out there, because you know what? That take your kids candy, don't feel bad. That's just a tax. And I love that. I love what you got going on with your horror sleeve right there. Not a horror sleeve, a horror sleeve. So everybody out there, have a great one. It's been a pleasure. And go Browns.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.